Hi guys, welcome back to another reaction video and thoughts here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 11 of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me, and feel free to join me till the end of this amazing part 1, reaching part 2 really soon. Okay, in the previous episode we saw that Zaraki could defeat Unohana, and at the same time Ichigo is sent back to the world of living because he needs to understand more about his own origins, and I can't wait for this moment. So are you ready to join me with this? Check it out. So even Renji. Even Renji knew that. Wow. Okay, so every time they have to pass from that step. No effect. Exactly, first he has to confront the truth. Come on, Ichigo, look. Fingers crossed. Eh? Ah, okay. Everything but the rain. So the rain has an importance here. Ah! Okay. Every time he has a problem, he goes to her. Ikumi is really kind. Oh. Oh. Yes. She's really kind. Who's there? Last time that she opened the door, it was a mess. Eh? Who's there? Oh my... I think it's time, yo. Okay, it's time to talk. Also, because if you run away, there's no way you can solve these problems, so it's better to face what you... No! I think his father didn't want to be heard by Soul Society. Maybe. Okay, wait. Yeah, as always. Okay. Okay, why? I get to choose now. Oh! This is true. Oh, thank you. Why? Oh my. Who is she? Oh my, I was right! Oh mama! Oh no, look! Oh, oh mamma mia! He's Alpha! Okay, we go back in the past. Wait. We need to. Matsumoto, So he was supposed to be the new captain after Toshiro. I mean, the vice captain, let's say. But then Matsumoto reached that role. No, he hated that. And he goes to the world of living. And that's what I was telling you in previous episodes. He decides to stay in the world of living, and that's why Matsumoto is going to become the vice captain of Toshiro. Okay, I mean... How is it? Ah, this is big. Okay. It's even before the attack on ship. What the F, yes, at that time. Okay, he came to help them, yeah, because there was that emergency. Okay. But why every time they are talking about the rain? What? What? What the F? She's connected with Ishida? This is Ishida's mom. No! Ishida's dead, so this is Ishida's grandma. Oh, what? Who is Ichida? I mean, who is Ishida's dad's grandpa? Don't tell me it's the Quincy King. Oh my! No, wait, does this mean does this mean that they are cousins? No? Yes, no? Wait. She seems Uryu. I mean, Katagiri. So Masaki was used by the Quincy family. What? Wait, this means that Uryu and Ichigo are brothers? If he's marrying her? But what about Ichigo's dad? No, wait, I'm not ready. So she is used. She is used. I mean, Masaki is used by these Ishida's family because they wanted to perpetrate this family, this clan, let's say. Mama, no, Mama, wait. But she's different. I mean, her hair are not the typical hair of a Quincy. Oh. Oh, that's Ichigo's dad. Okay. Oh no, what the F? Who did that? What's that? Eh? No, that's the same way which Ichigo was transforming against Urukiora. Am I right? Yes, that's the same! What? So she felt. She's going to rescue Ichigo's dad now. He wants to let her stay. Eh? And because Katagiri is a Quincy too, she seems Uryu. No, she's going to save him, come on. What? That's a hollow but also a Shinigami. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that that's an experiment of Aizen. Because he said, okay, I'm telling. That's Ichigo. That's Ichigo. I mean, the same thing that Ichigo would have said, actually. Eh? What does that mean? No, wait a second. That's no, but that's an experiment made by Aizen, maybe, because he was a Shinigami Aizen at that time. So what the f? Eh? Who did that? Aizen! That's his experiment! That's why he knows everything about Ichigo! But why? How? He made an experiment on Ichigo too? No, wait. I don't understand. But this is Aizen experiment. What the F? Be careful! Okay, here she is! Now she will save him. Come on. Oh my... No! That's her. Yes! Oh, かっこいい! That's why! No! Well, I love Ichigo's mom, let me tell you. Eh? No! Whoa! Oh no! So he came to save... Ah, he came to save her! But she was beaten here! Okay, later I'm going to tell you. Why she reminds me of Inoue? Look, even when she says now, so... Yeah, that's true. Nah, he's not going to attack you. Because you saved him, so... Even this is Ichigo. I mean, that's another side of Ichigo, eh? I don't think so. He's protecting. He's protecting her. What? Oh my, that's why! Oreo. That's Oreo. Who's there? Eh? Is Ichigo's... eh? No, wait. No, Ichigo, sorry. It's Ishida's dad? Oh my... No, this episode revealed everything. First of all, I was right because Ichigo's mom is a Quincy. But she's different from all the other Quincies, so does that mean that she's also half? Because all the Quincies, usually they have these black or bluish hair and they have blue eyes, or anyway, they are different in appearance than her. Wow, she's a Quincy. And we understand why even Ichigo can englobe this blood and he can gain the Quincy power, so he is a Quincy too. Okay, but then we discovered that Masaki was working for Ishida's family, and Masaki was calling Ishida's dad's mom, that is Uryu's grandma, Obasan. That means aunt. Usually in Japanese they call Obasan even a person who's not directly related to them. Is she really her aunt or not? In the case she's her real aunt, it means that Uryu's dad is her cousin. If it's not like that, if it's just a way to call her Obasan, even if it's not her aunt, it means that they are not blood related. Ishida's dads and Masaki are not blood related. We also know, from what I understood, that Ishida's dad likes her, likes Masaki. But he's saying that he wants to marry her to help the Quincy's clan to go ahead. He's thinking more about the Quincy's future than loving her. And we know also the fact that Katagiri, who is that other Quincy woman that is working for him, loves him. Come on, you can see it from her facial expressions that every time he's thinking about Masaki, she's thinking about him. And let me tell you honestly, Katagiri works for him, but she also resembles Uryu. So at this point, I think that if Masaki would have stayed with with Ishida's dad, and then he is also making another child with Katagiri, Ichigo and Uryu are like brothers. But if this is not happening, if Ishida's dad is going to have a baby with Katagiri and it's Uryu, and not with Masaki, because Masaki is going to stay with Ichigo's dad, now we also understand why Ishida's dad doesn't like Uryu so much. He's always, yes, it's better if you don't know anything, okay, it's better if... He doesn't like him because probably he thought my real life would have been to stay with Masaki and not with Katagiri. That's why he regrets that day not to ask her to marry her and to have a family with her. Because I think that in that case, he was telling a lie. When he was saying to Katagiri, no, I'm doing this, I wanted to marry her just because of the future of Quincy's. No, I think that Ishida's dad really liked her, really liked Masaki. And that's why he would have always liked to protect her, and he is also protecting her when he is getting in touch with the truth that she saved a Shinigami. At that time, that was something illegal to do. And if he would have reported this to his mom, then Masaki's destiny was totally gone. But that day, when he and Katagiri arrived later, he didn't say anything. He said, okay, let's go back home. He protected her, so he really loved Masaki instead. Oh my! So now we have to understand, are Uryu and Ichigo brothers, or they are just two different boys that later are going to find the truth and join forces once for all, because Quincy's and the Shinigami have to bond, have to create a bond and stay together instead of being divided, also because from the past of these two boys we understand that there was something in common. Ishida's dad fell in love with this Quincy, that is Masaki, but I think that even Masaki was a half too, let me tell you, for what I told you before. And if that's so, it means that a Quincy could fall in love with a half, and he couldn't resist her. I mean, he couldn't resist of the love he was feeling. And at that time, Ishida's dad understood that there was not something wrong to love a half or to love someone who was not 100% a Quincy. But we also understand why Ichigo's dad wants to live in the world of living, because of what I told you before. He was supposed to be the vice captain, or the captain that was about to become a captain after Toshiro's death. But now we understand that he decided to live in the world of living because of Masaki, because he also fell in love with her. And that's why Matsumoto is always next to Toshiro, for that reason. Oh my! But then, talking about Aizen, now we understand why Aizen knew everything about Ichigo. And we also understand that hollow that approached Ichigo's dad was an experiment of Aizen. And that experiment of Aizen's transformation was the same that Ichigo reached when he was confronting Guru Kyora. And of course, at that time, Ichigo didn't understand anything because his brain went blurred. I mean, he couldn't remember anything about that, because that was a part of Aizen's experiment. And at the same time, we understand that he could transform like that because Ichigo's mom, Masaki, was bitten here by this experiment. So she englobed, even in that case, part of that hollow experiment inside her soul, as much as Ichigo could have englobed this blood power when he was confined in that cage by Quincy. So, wow! Now we understand why Ichigo could release that hollow power too, because of Aizen. I mean, that's why Aizen said a sort of things like, you are my experiment too. I mean, I know everything before you were born, because that was part of his experiment. And that's why he was saying even to Gina and Kaname, look, oh no, wait, that's interesting. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, while Kaname was desperate because he thought that he failed, no, actually, Aizen created something really powerful that is Ichigo. Indirectly, but he was part of this creation of Ichigo. Unbelievable. Another thing I wanted to say is that both Ichigo's parents are giving Ichigo some of their personality. Because, for example, from Masaki, he is taking that side of personality of not giving up, of not feeling regretful later, and do what you have to do in the moment you decided to do that. That's Ichigo. We saw it throughout Bleach many times, in which he was pushing himself, and if he really wanted to save someone, and he decided that that was the moment, he was going and he was doing it. That's a side of a personality that we can see in Ichigo 100%. And I think from his dad, he took the other side of a personality that he has. That means It doesn't matter if you are an enemy or not. If you're helping me, then I'm going to help you too. Then I'm not going to betray you because you helped me. And in fact, Ichigo's dad, who was a Shinigami, was helped by a Quincy. And if Ichigo's dad went back to Soul Society and he reported that he was saved by a Quincy, that Quincy would have been gone. But he didn't do that. And he preferred to shut up and not saying anything, help her instead, or at least to create a sort of a relationship with her. Then it's almost what Ichigo is doing even with Neru. Neru was in a ranka, but as soon as he understood that Neru was innocent and she didn't want to defeat him and whatever, he was helping her when she was having a hard time. So as you can see, Ichigo is having both these sides. Or he was helping even Uryu without even knowing that he is a Quincy too. He is a half. So, oh my, look, that's so amazing. It means that, anyway, Uryu has the chance to join the battle because Ichigo is a Quincy too. So Uryu, now you can't say I'm not joining. You have to join him. Not because Ichigo is a human, but because Ichigo is a Quincy. And at the end of this episode, we see another extra scene. Does that mean that now Uryu is contacted by his dad to explain to him what's the truth about Ichigo? Or was that a comrade of the Quincy King who's coming, who's approaching him to tell him the truth? So he's going against even his father one day because his father didn't want to reveal anything. I mean, is that Uryu's dad or one of the comrades of the Quincy King? And now we also understand why the Quincy King wants him. Wants Ichigo. But we still don't understand the relationship between Masaki and the Quincy King. Because the Quincy King knew about Masaki, but who is this Quincy King? Don't tell me that this Quincy King is Uryu's father's father. That means Uryu's grandpa. Because at a certain point, when Uryu's dad was talking to his mom, that means Uryu's grandma, he was asking, what about my father? Where is my father? And she said that he's in a certain place or whatever, and she really hoped that he was coming back. Don't tell me that the Quincy King is Uryu's grandpa. Okay, this episode was mind-blowing, but now we understand why this Zanpakuto's creator did what he did. Because now we have to understand Ichigo's reaction. We need to understand if Ichigo will change his mind about saving the Soul Society once he will understand that he's a Quincy. That's what they really wanted to do. They wanted to test Ichigo to see his response after knowing who he really is. But let me tell you honestly, I think that Ichigo will try to save the Soul Society anyway, because he has comrades over there. And he can't betray these friendships that he created over there just because he's a half Quincy. It's not probable. I just hope that he doesn't go against Uryu, or that Uryu doesn't understand Ichigo and wants to go against him, because that would be a mess. I hope that Uryu and Ichigo are going to join forces instead and not divide themselves. And separate these great bond that they naturally created, but now we understand that it's more than this, that they belong to the same clans too, but at the same time this belonging doesn't have to separate them, because I think at this point Ichigo is even half a Shinigami. So Ichigo's dad told him, you are not a Shinigami, but you are not a human being, the usual human being. You are, your mother is a Quincy. We needed to understand, is Ichigo half Shinigami, half Quincy, or Ichigo's dad is playing the role of his dad, even if he is not his real dad? From what I understood here, he is a half Shinigami, half Quincy at this point. But never say never, because maybe we can discover any other things. And as I told you already, Urahara knows everything, but he is not in the position of revealing all these things, because they are too personal, they are too intimate, that it's better if he is not saying anything. Last but not least, when Ichigo visited Ikemi-san, I think it's Ikemi. Okay, sorry if I made a mistake of the name, but you understood what I mean. We see that when Ichigo's dad reached Ichigo, was that Ichigo's medallion of made by the Soul Society, or was that yes, that was Ichigo. Okay, I think that Ichigo left that medallion that was given him by Ukitake, not because he didn't realize that he left it over there, but I think that Ichigo did it on purpose to leave that medallion over there because he didn't want it to be heard by the Soul Society. And that was a confrontation that had to stay private. I think so. I don't think that he left it over there because he forgot about it. No, I think that he left it there on purpose. Because for the first time, father and son had to talk, had to spill out the truth, and Ichigo doesn't have to be listened by the Soul Society. Ichigo has to make his choice by himself without being influenced, and I think that he will make the right choice, you know, because there are so many things to unsolve still, I think. Last but not least, I wanted to say another thing, because Ichigo's mom sometimes resembles Inoue. I don't know why, but I think that that's why Ichigo felt so in contact with Inoue. Also because of this. I really believe that he could see in Inoue somehow his mom. Also because when Inoue is healing others, I don't know, even Ichigo's mom said, I will heal you now, and she was referring to Ichigo's dad. So that time when we see this scene, it reminds me, and every time that she's healing Ichigo. That's just my impression, but, and even Ichigo's mom's hair reminds me of Inoue's hair. I don't know, maybe she's a half too, yeah. And maybe she was also having that sort of a power, I don't know. Or she developed it later. I mean, it was not something inside her from the beginning, but maybe she discovered how to heal and whatever. Let's see. But yeah, now we understand the reference of the rain. Yeah, because when Byakuya was saying, please save the Soul Society, the drops of rain couldn't even touch Ichigo's shoulders. Do you remember? Wow, that effect was really nice to see. Wow, so many revelations in this episode, I am speechless. Thank you so much, Bleach, 1000 Year Blood War. Thank you to Piero Studio, because as always, the graphic is stunning, but the story, Tite Kubo, good job, because we have never expected this at the beginning. I really love Bleach. Yes, I think that it's a great story, absolutely. And let's see what's going to happen in the second to last episode, the next time of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. And thank you so much for the support, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for supporting this amazing adventure. Okay guys, see you next time, and see you in the next video.